The world is full of beautiful women, so should you want one? Now, that's a very, very quite intelligent question to ask, because mostly we do not ask this question at all. We just like naturally we just accept it. It's like, yes, we do want. It's like, yes, we do want. So eventually, like, at the point, at some point, you will have one in your life. But a person who asks the question, should I want? Is it necessary? Is it important? Because on the street, if you go, if you see any woman, if you see actually out there, you will see her. You will see her and you will check the face of her. How is she looking actually? No man can actually skip this. No man can just bypass women out there as they are walking on the street. They want to look at the woman and see their faces, how she is looking actually. Why is that we are given so much importance to women in the first place? And that is the reason why so many men we see depressed, pathetic, lonely actually, going through so much. Because we have undervalued ourselves just because of women. Just because that they are beautiful and just because it's like it's a biological need, you think you should have one. Biological need is not more important than you actually, because it's just that you have made this biological shit actually your pleasure way. It's like, why so many men we see masturbate too much? Why do they watch porn? Why do they just waste their energy? Why do they do that? Why? Because of pleasure actually. They want instant pleasure. When sex becomes a way to pleasure, it becomes dangerous. Of course, it ruined your life. It can ruin your life, and it has ruined so many people's life. How can you grow in your life if you don't have the energy? That energy is required actually. And that is the problem actually. So many men don't have the energy to put into their life to do something better with their life, to achieve success, to make it better, yes? All the time they're just, looking out there. All the time. Wasting their energies, just solving the world, solving their minds, all the time just, judging themselves, they're not good enough. Like their image of themselves is just shit actually. How can you even create a good image of yourself in the first place if you are not detached from the outside world actually? Yes? So it is an intelligent question to ask yourself if you want one or not, and what does it mean to want? To have another human being in your life is a very big responsibility actually. It's a very big responsibility. You cannot just say, I want a woman in my life, I want a GF. What does that mean actually? You see? To propose someone, to want someone in your life, to go and ask someone, what does, like, first of all, create your life, like, literally create your life, be a better person. Like being intelligent, like search for greatness. My whole point is like give importance to the greatness, not to the shit desires actually. Because they're just sensory desires, sensory pleasures actually that you get. The desire for money, the desire for girlfriend and all that, they are important. See, money is more important than actually having a girlfriend. You see, even married people, you see, they cannot even escape actually this part. And anytime they see women, they want to look at them. How is she? 9 out of 10? What the fuck, brother? Why is that? You have children, you are married, you are still looking at women? Like, are you mad? I know the men cannot stop themselves because it's just biological shit actually, But if you're intelligent, you can ignore, yes? You can ignore because you don't have a greatness in your life. That's the problem. You are just shit, I'm sorry. If you do not have a greatness in your life, how can you just not be attached by all these stupid desires around you? Yes? That's why we see so many young men out there being depressed, lonely, because at a very young age they want someone in their life. I'm 16 years old, I'm still single. That's good actually. Why you want to be mingle, why you want to be double in the first place? You see, at this age actually, you're not even intelligent, you don't even have the wisdom actually. You see that we have to ask ourselves questions, and be more intelligent and search for greatness before we want someone in our life. I do understand that the world is full of beautiful women actually, and of course the desire can be very hard to control. But we can just observe the desire and perceive it, and in a very instant awareness of it, we can just bypass it. In a very instant awareness. Don't even say, I have the desire, how to not have it. No, there is no point of fighting the desire. Skip it, skip it, skip it. Like, have something greater in your life. Focus on something great. Don't give yourself even a second to think about it. I have, no, don't give. You don't have to solve the mind that you are thinking all the time. You don't have to solve your thinking. You have to bypass it. It's a waste of time. You cannot solve it. It's a society programming. That's a problem. You are just the awareness of life. That's all, the energy of it. You cannot be controlled by anything at all. Just bypass every system of yourself. The system that you have inside is not your own, it's just programming of society actually. Your own ego is not your own ego, it's just made of just experiences of life actually. You see that? Experiences of life, opinions of people, words of people. That's why so many people are not successful actually. Why so many people are just so depressed, pathetic, running all the time, crying, blaming, society and all that shit. Why is that? Because they don't know who they are actually. That's the problem, yes? If you know the intelligence of yourself, how can you complain? How can you just have a shitty life in the first place, yes? Like you have the energy that you can put and you can change your reality. You are the reality itself actually. Reality is not different from you. You are the reflection of reality. That's so simple, yes? So from now on, no matter how much beautiful the woman is out there on the street, bypass. Don't look at. Don't look at like, why I'm telling you this. Why am I? Because we have to understand a simple understanding of life that the mind wants so many things. It's a puppet of society. That's why you always feel you see very less. You want this, you want that. Focus on greatness. Focus on something great which can help you. Not to focus on the shitty things actually. See your senses, eyes, ears, mouth, how you go for taste, how you see this all. They are all sensory pleasures actually. I don't mean to control your sensory pleasures, but look at them. How can they destroy your life? What can happen actually? What can happen really? You see? You know that something is bad for your health, and if you still eat it, you have to be accountable for that shit, yes? So I'm just simply telling you to acknowledge yourself that yes, something is wrong here, yes? First of all, be an intelligent person, be smart, earn money, and be more powerful, then go for it. That's all.